When the day feels heavy and the dark clouds start to play, and you're feeling so alone with nothing seeming okay, there's a number shining through, a light to guide your way. Call 988, let hope brighten your...
Thank you for joining us. My name is Darcy Lee, and I am the Executive Director of Samaritans Southcoast. I am also the host of the 988 Carecast. Tonight's topic of conversation is navigating grief after a traumatic loss, finding support and connection. Losing someone we love is always painful, but when the loss is sudden, unexpected, and traumatic, the grief can feel overwhelming. The questions, the silence, the stigma, and the sense of isolation can make it hard to know where to turn or how to begin healing. For those who have lost someone in this way, the emotional landscape is often marked by shock, guilt, anger, confusion, and a deep yearning for answers that may never come. This kind of grief can be particularly complex and long-lasting, but it is important to know that healing is possible and you are not alone. Grief after a traumatic death is often misunderstood by those who haven't experienced it. Friends may not know what to say or how to offer support. Well-meaning comments can unintentionally add to the pain. People may avoid talking about the person who died or the circumstances of their death altogether, but naming the loss, remembering the person, and connecting with others who understand can be powerful steps forward. At Samaritans Southcoast, we understand the profound and complicated grief that follows these kinds of losses. For more than 40 years, our organization has offered compassionate, non-judgmental support to people in emotional pain and to those left behind after a loved one's passing. We believe in the healing power of connection, shared experience, and community. Safe Place is a community of survivors. It's one of the most meaningful ways we support those who are grieving. Safe Place is a peer-facilitated support group for adults who have experienced this type of loss. The group meets regularly in a safe, confidential environment where participants can share their experiences, listen to others, and find comfort in knowing they are not alone. There is no timeline for grief and no right way to mourn. Some people come to Safe Place weeks after a loss, others years later. Some talk openly from the beginning. Others simply listen until they're ready to speak. All are welcome. What unites everyone is a shared understanding of what it means to face this kind of loss, and a commitment to supporting one another through the journey of healing. Facilitated by individuals who have themselves lived through the loss of a loved one, Safe Place is not therapy, but it is deeply therapeutic. Participants often find that being among others who get it without explanation helps lift some of the isolation that grief can bring. Over time, they begin to discover a sense of hope and a renewed capacity for meaning, connection, and even joy. Loss teams can also provide immediate support in the aftermath of a traumatic death. In addition to Safe Place, Samaritan Southcoast is working to bring local outreach to survivors of a sudden loss or loss teams to our region. These teams, made up of trained volunteers who have also experienced this type of grief, work in partnership with first responders, hospitals, and crisis professionals to visit families shortly after a loss. Their presence offers immediate emotional support, resources, and the reassurance that healing is possible. The idea behind loss teams is simple but profound. No one should have to go through the aftermath of a traumatic loss alone. In those first hours and days, people are often in shock and unsure of what to do next. Loss team members bring empathy, understanding, and hope directly to the doorstep. They provide information about local support groups, grief counselors, and ongoing services like Safe Place, ensuring that families know help is available when they are ready. You are not alone. At Samaritans Southcoast, we are committed to walking beside those who grieve in the aftermath of an unexpected loss. Whether through a conversation on our 24/7 crisis and grief support line, a Safe Place group meeting, or a visit from a loss team, we are here to offer comfort, resources, and a sense of community. If you or someone you love is struggling after a loss, please reach out. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning how to live with the love and the loss. And with support, it is possible to find peace, meaning, and connection once more. For more information about Safe Place or our upcoming Loss Team initiative, please visit our website at SamaritansSoco.org or call 988 and ask to speak with a grief support specialist. My name is Darcy Lee. I'm the Executive Director of Samaritans Southcoast and the host of the 988 Carecast. I thank you for joining me tonight while we covered navigating grief after a traumatic loss, finding support and connection. I'll remind you, if you or someone you know is hurting, please reach out to 988. You can call, text, or chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take care of yourself and take care of others. Thank you.
Might be down, feeling lost or unsure, but a friendly voice is waiting, steady and secure. Resources and a listening ear, a hand to pull you near. It's support that's always here. Just 3 numbers away, you're never on your own. Call, text, or chat, no, you're never alone. Whether you stay anonymous or share your name, 24 hours care remains the same. 988 is here to lift the pain. On days when the crowds won't fade and hope feels hard to find, our team will help you find the strength and a clear road to unwind. From a little tap to planning next steps, with warmth that feels so kind. Let 988 remind you, you're precious in heart and mind. When doubts arise and tears may fall, a caring friend is waiting to catch them all. With every call or text, there's support for you at least, a promise of safety and of peace. Just 3 numbers away, you're never on your own. Call, text, or chat and feel the hope you know. Anonymous or by name, the care is always there. 24/7 support, a love that shows it cares. 988's here to lift the pain. In that quiet moment when life seems too hard to bear, Remember there's a lifeline, a friend waiting somewhere. Let your voice be heard, let your heart find the way. There's comfort in connecting, let tomorrow greet a brighter day. If your world feels like a whisper and you're lost in the cry, a caring team is standing by, just a call to testify that every moment matters, every tear will soon run dry. With 988, we're together, reach out and fly. Just 3 numbers away, you're never on your own. Call, text, or chat, let the caring tone be known. Names or numbers, it's your choice, all the same. 24 hours round, always here to ease your pain. 9888, turning night into brand new means drum. 3 numbers to call and round is to stay. Remember you're the one your hardest day. With hope, help, and heart just to call away.